Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Captain Kokomo Gaming. I am Captain Kokomo, and today, not mistaken, this is not a gaming video. Today, we are continuing our mental health series, and I don't know what to put on the screen while I talk about it, so I'm just going to play a game. I hope that's okay with you guys. If anyone... Oh, Jesus, that music. That's a bit loud. But if anyone has any ideas of what I could put on the back screen while I'm talking about this sort of stuff, please feel free. I'm all ears. If you have any suggestions, comments, queries, please put them down below. But today, our little talk will be on the difference between depression and anxiety. So, hang on, let me get the game started just so I don't have to focus on that. I don't care. Yep, I don't care. That'll do. Yep, that's good. Yep, random spot. Here we go. Start. Alright. Now, the difference between depression and anxiety. Well, first up, depression. Depression is a low energy mood. You feel like you don't want to be part of life. It's difficult in extreme cases. Oh, it could, yeah. Everything is difficult in extreme cases. Hang on, what? I've got a script here. I'll try to stick to the script. You can feel like you don't want to be part of life. Life just seems too difficult, and in extreme cases, it can seem like a bad idea in general. You know, and something you don't want anything to do with at the time. Depression can make you feel like you don't deserve to be happy, and in fact, happiness is something that really should be left to the experts, to be honest. I mean, I've been there. I felt like that plenty of times. That feeling is way too familiar for me, and don't let it get a hold of you. You generally feel like sitting around in a rain cloud. Yeah, you feel like sitting around while letting a huge storm filled with wet blankets pelt you until you're weighed down and you don't want to move. It's just oppressive. The worst case scenario of depression, well, I've been there. It's a very, very dark place. I don't suggest sitting there for very long. It's really quite scary. Yeah, the worst case, during that worst case scenario, I did just sit back and let that demon reach around my throat and squeeze, and it scared the hell out of me. It really did. I didn't think I could choose to let my life be that out of control. And once you get to that far, you start to think, well, what else is possible? Okay. And remember that it is a choice to end the journey. Is a choice. That is not something that is out of your control. I don't care what people say. You make the choice to do that to yourself. So yeah, let me clear that up for just a little second. The physically debilitating and mental symptoms that will lock you down, that depression can inflict on you, are not the choice. That is not the choice part of this. The choice comes in where you choose how you react to those feelings. Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to them. The ability to choose and act upon the symptoms in a negative way while wallowing in your own self-pity, in your own private mud puddle and not seeking help is your choice. You are in control of how bad that depression can control you. I'm not telling you you have the power to eliminate choose not to have depression. I'm telling you, you have the choice to dictate how you feel about that depression. And, of course, depression will feel differently for everyone. There is no cookie cutter to... There is no set way on how it will affect everyone. How it feels to me might be totally different how it feels to you. But if you are in doubt of if you are feeling depressed at all, please go and see your doctor. Please go and see your doctor. They will be quick to jump on the pill bandwagon, but tell them you want to go and see someone, talk to someone first. What else? Depression will feel good, different to everyone. Yeah, I know you're ready to... You guys are ready to heal yourselves because you clicked on this video for a start. I mean, you wouldn't be in that frame of mind if you didn't click on this. Like, you clicked on this video because you're in that frame of mind. You are thinking, it's time to get some help. I don't want to feel like this anymore. In fact, that is the exact thought I had when I came to the end of my letting depression have a control on me. I said to myself, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be depressed anymore. So I didn't. I fixed it. Seek help. Definitely seek help, because even if you just want somebody to listen to you while you rant and rave and bitch and moan, that helps. That's nothing to be ashamed of. I always want somebody to rant and rave because I'm a complainer. I don't like admitting that, but I am a complainer. There are things you can do that will help minimize the damage that depression and anxiety can cause to you, but for now, we'll get to that later. For now, we'll just go into what depression and anxiety can do to you. So, apart from having the oppressive heaviness that depression can put upon somebody, I always remembered having a different feeling. It was more like a buzzing inside my brain and a tightness in my stomach and a just almost a shaking. I was shaking for as long as I can remember. Even as a little kid, I felt like I wanted to do something. I wanted to get up and do something, but I didn't know what it was. I had all this pent up energy, and it just had no place. I didn't know what I wanted to do or why I wanted to do it. And that was that was anxiety. It was weird because I was sitting there. I had this uncomfortable feeling that was telling me to do something. No, you don't want to sit still. No, this isn't right. Something's wrong. Anything. Don't sit still. Move. That feeling was right next to the big lump of wet blankets inside me. I had both. I had depression and anxiety at the same time. That was the rough part. I didn't know how to deal with one of them, let alone both of them. Of course, at the time, I didn't know what either of them were. But I digress. Serious anxiety can manifest itself into a physical symptoms as well as the internal feelings that you get. Serious anxiety can feel like head spins. It can dry out your mouth and your throat, so you have difficulty even swallowing. You get tightness in your chest, tightness in your throat. Your heartbeat can feel like there is a racehorse actually galloping a race inside your chest. Feel like you're sweating and you're cold at the same time. You can find it hard to breathe. And the worst part of all, this is the absolute worst part of all. It hasn't happened to me, but the absolute worst part can be you can create your own mud puddle inside your own pants. Oh, and won't that just make things 100 times worse? I'm not joking. You can literally cause yourself to stress out that much that you have diarrhea. It's really rough. It will just spiral down from there, right? The physical symptoms of anxiety can be pretty scary. In my last video, I told you what happened when my first anxiety attack. I sat there just sitting at the desk. Nothing was wrong at the time. I was just doing normal stuff. And all of a sudden, the wave was crashing over me. And I was crying. Just crying. Because the world had ended. And my heart was racing in my throat. That's just an example. I've been through it all. So that tight knot that's sitting in my stomach telling me, oh no, something is wrong, and that buzzing in my head telling me something to do something, but not telling me what it was that I was doing, was that other demon in my holding a whip, constantly whipping me. That was anxiety. And it is actually not real. It is not uncommon to have anxiety and depression at the same time. In fact, one of them can usually lead to the other, and vice versa. They can cause each other to happen. Let me just get rid of you and put you on auto explore. Oh yeah, I love this game, by the way. There is a YouTuber called Skystorm. He plays series of this game. He gets so excited about it. It's absolutely phenomenal. But that's off the subject. Now we've discussed what anxiety and depression actually are and what they do to you and how you feel about them. We come to the light at the end of the tunnel. Depression and anxiety are not... They're not the be-all and end-all. They are just symptoms of life, really. This is the part of the video where we talk about how you can lessen and, in some cases, learn to control your anxiety and depression, and often stop anxiety attacks dead in their tracks. Now, these steps may not work for everyone, but they, because everyone is different, and I don't own a magic wand. I wish I did, because then I could give everyone who clicked on this video, all of you, I would like to give you all a hug and just tell you that everything's going to be all right. If you need somebody to do that, go and find somebody right now. Pause the video, go and find somebody right now, and give them a hug. It increases endorphins. It's absolute magic. Complete. I know, and actually, I do know that everything's going to be all right. You want to know how I know that everything is going to be all right? It's because you clicked on this video for a start. You're already in the headspace of wanting to help yourself. And you're already halfway there. You've taken the first step. Yeah, you literally did take the first steps in helping yourself before you even clicked on this video, because you chose to look for help. Whether you don't need to go out and talk to somebody yet, but you just chose to help. You know what? I'm going to not focus on the game for now. I thought it was a good idea, but please, if you got any other ideas of what I can put in the background while I do these videos, please let me know down in the comments. Whether you realize or not, you have already taken this first step in healing yourself, and are on the way to learning to take a little more control over your state of mind. You have found the first little hint of strength inside you, whether you realize it or not. You may be listening to yourself and saying, wow, I really am starting to pull myself out of the muck. Or you could be sitting there saying to yourself, Kokomo, cut the crap and tell me how I can help myself. Well, and fair enough. Either way, that's fine. I mean, everyone's different. Step 1, cardio. No, really. That comes later. That's one of the steps. But really the first step is taking responsibility for your life and for how you feel and for your state of mind. Own the fact that you can choose to help yourself. You can, or you can sit in the mud puddle and ignore the strength you have inside you and just let the world go by. You have the control. Take responsibility. You can choose to maintain your lifestyle and not let those buttfucks interrupt your life, because it is your life. Not saying it's going to be easy. It does take some strength. You have to find that strength inside you. But you actually do need to reach down and grab that strength and pull it up and start making it stronger. Now the next real world step will be talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but first your GP. There are real world organizations out there that can help as well, like Beyond Blue in Australia. There is Together UK in the UK, or in the States there is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI for short. Please comment down below if you've got any other organizations that you know would help people in different countries, because I know this video will probably go to different countries. So if you can help the community, please comment down below. And the hardest part of this step of finding somebody to talk to is getting off your ass. That really is the struggle that you will have to beat time and time again. And you know what? The more often you do it, the easier it's going to get. As cliche as that sounds, it's true. Talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You know, the psychologists, are not that scary. People talk about, oh, it's a shrink, it's gonna psychoanalyze me. That's not true. Psychologists are not scary people. They have an extremely open mind and are choosing a profession where they sit and listen to people. They want to help. What they actually do is just cognitive behavior therapy. That's a fancy way of saying they help you work out your thoughts and feelings and how your thoughts and feelings affect each other. And they can often help you identify the triggers that will send you into the depression and give you the anxiety attacks. So you can identify those triggers before you slide into that mud puddle. After talking to a psychologist and after they go through the cognitive behavior therapy, they might think that you are going to need some help stabilizing your mood. And this is where the antidepressants come in. Medications that I know they have a big negative connotation to them, but they aren't that bad. I mean, probably the biggest negativity that has come from them is the people that use the medications for long-term, just a band-aid. And of course the negative side effects, I'll get into those in just a minute, but the people who use the medications long-term and don't bother trying to get off them, that is where the negativity usually comes from. Then the medications that the psychologists prescribe are meant to be used as just a stabilizing platform. They're meant to be used temporarily. Those medications create a stable platform for you to work on while you help yourself. That's all those medications are meant to be used for.
Research complete.
They take away the extreme highs and lows so they don't get in the way of you using logic and rationality to get through the problems that you have. Now I know, like I said, these medications have negative side effects, and I know that they can range from everything from low sex drive to weight loss to weight gain to headaches to nausea, everything you can think of. So if you feel like you're on the wrong medication, go and get help. And if you're in a relationship, go and thank your partner for putting up with you while you're on these wrong medications. Text, email, phone, fax, write, skywrite, whatever it takes. Find your partner and say thank you for putting up with my crap while I'm on this crappy medication, while I find the right thing that's going to help work for me. Thank you for supporting me. And in the end, please go back to your GP and find something that will work for you. Now that all the professional help is out of the way, we've talked about organizations, we've talked about doctors and medications. Let's talk about the stuff that you can do to help yourself. This starts with something very simple. You use it, or you should use it every day. It's water. Not joking. Water. Seriously, drink more of it. I'm not kidding. It will clean out your body of toxins. It will help keep you hydrated. And that will help keep you healthier. A healthier mind is easier to heal. So and I'm not saying that just drink a couple of glasses of water now and it'll be fine. You have to keep doing it on a more regular basis for it to have any kind of better effect. And I'm not talking about drinking it in soft drinks, soda, beer, wine, spirits, whatever. Drink it by itself. While we're talking about drinking things like that, actually, alcohol, please do not take part in any alcohol while you are struggling with these big demons inside you. Alcohol is like their fuel. Alcohol, by definition, is a depressant. I don't want to hear you come back at me with, oh, doctors say a glass of red wine a day is a healthy thing. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's a fucking excuse, and just just no. That is you take one glass. Oh, 2 glasses won't matter. 3 glasses are fine. Oh shit, I'm drunk. Bullshit. Alcohol is a direct cause of depression. Until you have a handle on your moods, put down the bottle. Sorry. Get a little passionate about that. But next thing. This is one that will be difficult for some. It's absolute hell for me. I can't do it to save my life. I thank my wife for doing this for me. Set up a routine. A routine is going to be... It's going to be absolute godsend. You set up a routine, it'll help you keep you stable. You know what's coming next. You know what you have to do. A routine can help you get back on track when you feel those negative feelings coming and that anxiety is starting to get to you. No. I have to get this done. Routine will help. Now that we have your goals, your routines, now that we have your routines set down, you need to start setting up goals. This is part of a routine. Goals are part of everyday life, and they will help keep you sane. Don't, and you have to stick to them, by the way. Don't forget, you're here to help yourself. So if you have a goal, stick to it. Now let me be clear about these goals. Don't overextend yourself because you're setting yourself up for failure then. I mean, if you're setting goals like I'm going to get through... If you're one of those people that struggles to get through a whole day without having a breakdown, having an anxiety attack, don't go out there and set a goal like I'm going to get through the whole day without having an anxiety attack. I'm talking smaller than that. I'm talking, all right, I'm going to get ready for work and not get stressed out if I'm going to be late. Okay. I'm going to get to morning tea and not have a meltdown. Because you know what? All these smaller goals, a lot of smaller goals can outweigh one big failure in the end. I mean, just an example, if you get to 3 o'clock and you have a customer yelling at you because you don't know the flight speed of a fully laden swallow, and you have a meltdown because of that, you have all those other little successes during the day that you can fall back on. You can tell yourself, look, I got to lunch, I got to the middle of the afternoon before I had an anxiety attack. Those are some pretty damn good goals right there. Those are some successes. This is just one failure. Because you know what? One failure out of the day, like 90% success rate, is better than a 100% failure rate because you didn't get through the day without a meltdown. So limit yourself. Have realistic goals. Next thing is a rough one. I have control over my own depression and anxiety for the most part, and I still grudgingly accept this one as part of my life. It's getting off your ass and doing something. I think it's probably a little coincidental that I put down the gym, outdoor gym right there. Oh, go back in. Get off your ass. Move around. Get oxygen pumping through those veins of yours. Build up those muscles. Build a healthier body. Because just like drinking water, building a healthier body and a healthier mind makes everything easier to heal. It's one less thing you have to worry about. Set small goals with that as well. I mean, if you are not an active person, set a goal like I will walk 100 meters down the road and back again. Then tomorrow, 200 meters. You see where I'm going with this. Don't overextend yourself because you're setting yourself up to fail if you do. Where were we? No. The 1% rule. That's something that I learned when I'm watching all these videos trying to grow my YouTube channel. The 1% rule. Every day, make your life or part of your life 1% better. Because guess what? In 100 days, you'll be 100% better than you were when you started. And the good thing about the 1% rule is you can keep on going. You can be 200% better than when you started, 300 and so on. You get where I'm going. Now, if you're getting through these steps properly, if you've gotten this far, if you're doing pretty well with everything, and this is just a top up, or you like watching these videos, you're probably ready for the next part. And this one I actually find... Oh, hang on. Just going back to the exercising part. Exercise does not work if you're eating junk food constantly. So cut out the crap. Cut the junk food. Cut out the crap. Do not indulge in that sort of crappy lifestyle. Now, back to the next step. Music. The right kind of music can be an absolute godsend. Now, I'll read what I wrote down here because I thought it was pretty cool. If you're doing well with these steps, then you're probably in a good position to start talking about those negative thoughts and emotions. You're probably in a good position to start taking those negative thoughts and emotion by the balls, or if your demons are female, by the tits. Throw on some music like Korn or like Van Halen or like Katy Perry if it bloody helps. Take those demons by the balls and say, fuck off! Because you will be, by this stage, you will have the strength. Those negative thoughts and emotions, no, burn in hell, fucker! That's the kind of thing I was talking about. While I was writing the script for this, I was actually playing Monster by Skillet. I wrote that's a song I was playing over and over again while I was writing my novel about depression. Like, it's my journey through depression based on a turned into a fantasy novel. But anyway, if you want to read any more about that, ask me in the comments. But yeah, you get the music on, you go for gold, and you need to start challenging the negativity that comes up, those triggers that we talked about before. You need to start challenging them. You need, every time that demon speaks up and says, "Oh, you know, but depression, man, you're depressed, man. Life is not worth it." You turn around and say to that depression demon, "Look, fucker, I'm the motherfucker driving this bus. Now turn around, sit the fuck down, and I decide what's right." You get what I'm saying? You don't have to do it in that way. You adjust it to your particular style, but this is pretty much what I'm getting at. You are in control. You don't let those demons control you. So if you're doing all those other steps right, you should be in a position where you can start saying that to these demons, and it will mean something. If you like 80s glam rock, you put on Van Halen and get higher and higher. Straight up will climb. Katy Perry, she will tell you that you are a firework. I'm not kidding, she will. Just listen to that song. So, the point is, challenge the demons. They are under your control because you created them. So if you created them, it means you can probably control them. This is the... Alright, now we're getting to the last step. Some people may not be ready for this one. This one can be... this can be more than an Everest to climb, especially when you're sitting in that comfortable little mud puddle filled with wet blankets and you just don't want to move out of your comfortable little bubble of negativity. Go out there and have fun. I'm not kidding. Go out there and have fun. Because the quicker you do that, the more often you do that, the easier it becomes. And quite often, by the time you've gotten out there and started doing those fun things, the anxiety is gone. The depression, it's gone, even if it's just for a little while. Those negative things have left you alone for now. So those negative things are no longer part of your life while you're out there having fun. You forget about them. So kick your own ass. Get off your butt. Try and get out there and do something fun. And the whole cliche, the more often you do it, the easier it gets. So please just do it. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, well, I think I've rambled on enough. I mean, this has been a very basic video on what depression and anxiety are and what they do to you, and some very basic steps on how you can learn to control them or learn to limit their effectiveness on you, so to speak. So if you think you've found any value from this video at all, please hit the thumbs up button. If you think somebody else you know might find value in this video, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and share the video around. This video is designed to be shared around people who need it. I mean, I am there. I mean, if you want someone to help, reach out. I am extending my hand in the form of Discord, Twitter, Facebook. They're all down below. Have a look down below. Reach out. Do not fight this alone. If you need somebody, please reach out. And yeah, I think that's enough for me. I have to get ready for work. And please comment down below if you've got any share any of your own experiences. I am happy to hear them. I think everyone else is happy to hear them. We want to create a community that is supportive of each other, and yeah. I've been Captain Kokomo. Please join me on the next voyage. I'll talk to you later, guys.